So by the end of this video, you should know how to trade profitably using this simple indicator. It's completely free and it's something you can pull up in just a few seconds. I'm going to show you how to actually read this market using this indicator to be way more profitable. Everything looks like a lot as you're looking at it right now on the chart, but it is very easy to understand this indicator and actually use it to trade. And of course, I'm going to give you my own trading strategy for this indicator alone, something that you can actually use while applying this indicator and increase your chances of making money every single time. This is something that I've already tested several times and it has worked on several occasions. Of course, no trading indicator over there is 100% accurate, but at least it gives you a better chance of making money using the indicator. So this is basically for you if a beginner who doesn't really know how to trade, or you're making a lot of losses when you're trading, or you're just somebody who wants to try out new things, This is something you can also go ahead and try out and see really how it works. And perhaps it's going to be better than what you're already doing right now. Or, maybe make what you're doing right now much better. Okay? So let's go ahead and get started. But before I do that, my name is Emmanuel. And in this channel, I teach you different ways to make money online. We talk about mostly about cryptocurrency trading and forex trading as well, and we also do things like crypto arbitrage and something like that. Okay, so the person who actually has interest in any of these topics, go ahead and subscribe to the channel and put on the bell notification icon to get notified every single time I drop in a video. It's obviously gonna be free of charge for you to subscribe, no payments, no additional time taken, right? So go ahead and click on that red subscribe button right below and let's get going. All right, so now once you've done that, what I need you to do is to go ahead and pull up your trading view chart. This video is going to be a short one, so because we really don't have much thing to discuss other than this indicator right here. All right, so go ahead and pull up your trading view immediately, and once you've done that, go to your indicator page where you can be able to find your indicators, right? And type in the word fractal, just fractal, nothing else, okay? So once you've typed in fractals, I want you to go down and look for the one that is named Fractal by Big Beluga. This particular one over here, you can see the Big Beluga right here. So we're using this indicator, Fractal Support and Resistance by Big Beluga. So once you've gotten this right, ready to go, it's gonna appear like this on your screen. Nothing to set, just like that, okay? Now, how do you trade with this? You already know how to pull up the indicator. How do you trade with this? This might be your next question. So using the indicator, the strategy I said I'm gonna give you, because I'm expecting that you really don't know how to trade with fractal indicator, right? So I'm just gonna give you this particular trading strategy, and this trading strategy is simply a retest strategy, okay? So fractal indicator is basically an indicator that maps out area of supports and resistance. It has gone through the market and it has hit several points of market reactions, and it marks out those points. And sometimes it also gives you numbers to tell you how many times that particular price has been respected over a period of time, okay? So you can see these numbers as right inside here. You have 3, and so on and so forth, right? So yeah, so that's the fractal indicator doing its job. Regardless, that's not really the most important part of this video. So the most important part of this whole content is the retrace or the retest at a particular point. So for example, let's use what's happened over here as an example. So have the market move over here, and if you look properly, you can see that we have the first test, second test, and third test. All of this happened on this fractal indicator right here. And whenever you see green, it means buy, right? And in this case, when you see orange, it means sell. But you don't just sell because I see an orange, right? You only sell when price is constantly reacting on a particular market. So when you come to this market, for example, let's say you want to trade using this particular point. Now there are two ways you can trade with this, okay? You can trade early, you can trade later. Let's go through the early entry first. So for the early entry, you have the first test and the second test. Your entry position should be the third test. right? That is the early entry. So whenever you see the market comes down, test the green, goes up, test the green again, goes up again, and the next time it's testing the green, you go along with it. So basically putting your market something like this, and your stop loss should be just below the indicator, and your take profit could be, maybe you can use the previous yellow signal or something like that as your take profit, which is this one, or you can simply use 2:1 risk to reward ratio. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, you are likely making profit from this. Okay, that's just that. Now for the late entries is more conservative, and they are less likely to lose out on the market. And how does that work? We have whatever the market does over here, it's basically whatever it wants to do. We don't really care, as long as it has at least 2 tests, right? It can be 2 tests, it can be 3 tests, it can be 4 tests, it can be 5 tests, right? Whatever the market does, as long as it does the next thing I'm about to say, which is breakout. Now the breakout, what happens at this point, breaking out this market right here. Sorry, this is in a straight line, but obviously you can see exactly what happened right there, right? It breaks out, and then what happens? It retraces. This particular one retraces right here. Now, sometimes when the market retraces like this, it will go and it will come back to retrace again. But like you can see, in this case, it didn't do that, right? So this particular single retrace, sometimes the market has more than a single retrace. It has more up to two retraces. But this single retrace at this level is the entry. And you know what that means? That simply means your long position enters somewhere here, and your stop loss just below the whatever it's called, right? And take 2:1 risk to reward ratio, and boom, your market enters in a few minutes. So this is actually the late entries. They have less trades, but they are less likely to lose money, because sometimes we have fake outs, right? So just like you see over here, we have over here test 1, test 2, and boom, test 3. You enter your market, go in long position. You would have made profit regardless with this, okay? Now, for the late entries, they won't have a market right here, because why? There is no market for them. And also, this breakout over here isn't actually a breakout. It's just a stop loss swipe, right? So yeah, so the late entries would not have caught this trade, but the early traders would have caught it, right? But if this had been a fake out over here, then the early traders would have also gotten fake out. So there are two sides to this, right? So you can follow this same strategy for every single one you want to trade over here. You can see the testing keeps on happening over and over again. First test, second test, third test. You have entered over here, but still fourth test, right? And guess what? There is a breakout and there is a retest, right? So this also means that you are also capable of taking out this. Now, if for those of you who don't really know how to map out retest, let me show you a simple trick you can use to map out retest, because I know that this is probably going to be the biggest issue that you are likely going to face. Okay, so we're going to be using the horizontal line to map out this retest. So whenever the market breaks through, right, I want you to, put it in form of a channel, right? So you put this one right here. Let's clone it. We'll clone, and we'll put this one right here. Now you might ask, okay, so why are you putting this right here, and so on and so forth, right? I'm putting it over here just because, number one, if you take a look at it over here, at this particular level, this is the previous high before this breakout happened. And these ones over here you're seeing are not really relevant in most case scenario, but because they are not so far away from the previous high, I'm putting it over there, right? But had it been that they are too far away from the previous high, then I won't put it, or maybe the previous high is above them, or I won't put them at all. I'll just mark the previous high, right? But because they are very close to it and they're higher than the previous high, I just mark it over there. Now, the middle of these two lines over here becomes a channel for me, right? If the market touches it, I'm willing and okay to enter the trade. If it enters their middle, I'm willing and okay to enter the trade, right? So that's just the trick. Okay, you can use this and you definitely make quite a lot of money from there. And you can still obviously would have cashed out quite a lot. Okay, I've also used this to trade myself, and for real, it's actually been good as well. You can see my trades going right. I've gotten profit over here. I think I actually took another one somewhere here as well. You can see the market, right? So that's just basically how it goes. Okay, so yeah, so that's actually it. And I hope you actually enjoyed the content. If you have any questions, either ask in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Take care. See you in the next one.